This word freedom, it comes with responsibility. We must
Definitely.
strive to protect and uphold the freedoms that we enjoy today. This freedom we are all enjoying as citizens of Liberia. We have to strive and uphold and protect the freedom that we have today. This word freedom, it comes with responsibility. We must
Definitely.
strive to protect and uphold the freedoms that we enjoy today. This freedom we are all enjoying as citizens of Liberia. We have to strive and uphold and protect the freedom that we have today. Join as citizens of Liberia, we have to strive and uphold and protect the freedom that we have today.
Hi, 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 hi. Welcome, 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 and welcome. Welcome to the Good Life Project. Benfer, how are you doing today?
Yes, I'm doing great, bro. You?
I'm also doing great. No, I'm also doing great. Welcome to the
Okay.
weekend.
Yeah, so
Yes,
we already in the weekend, though.
obviously we are already in the weekend and it's about to go down.
Yeah,
So,
so
how was your day today?
well, my day was so great, and you know, I'm kind of like supervising one of the zones for the JMB and JKK cleanup stuff, and I'm also part of the VICC, the volunteer
Right.
for intensive city cleaning. So we I was so like kind of exhausted today, controlling over 600 plus volunteers to make sure that the route from our EAW market to EAW junction is well perfectly clean. So my day was heady, but we had to do this as called to national duty. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. So, Henson, how are you today? Are you there?
You check his mark.
He's on. He's on. Hi, hi, Henson, are you there? Okay, we hope to have him. So, if you are just watching, or please share the live. Share the live as we about to dive in some important issues today. Because this topic, I mean, there's so much important and cardinal to the society nowadays, especially this new year. So if you're watching, please share it live. And this is the Cool Life Project. We gear towards improving young leaders' writing, speaking, and research skills. Most importantly, to what issues are seeing youth development, gender-based violence. These are kind of important issues that we out to discuss here. So speaking of business, tonight's edition of the Cool Life Project show, uh, the topic is mindset shifting and cultivating optimism. Wow, what an interesting topic. So before we go into some important questions that we have today, let me hear your intro towards the topic, Manfred. What's your intro?
Okay. So once again, I would like to say you guys are wholeheartedly welcome, and I want to say a big shout out to all of you guys that are watching, and also if you're watching this video after, we also want to say a big shout out to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based on your location. I'm Manfred Moba, and today we're going to be discussing a very interesting topic. So if you're here watching, please don't be me with knowledge. Please share the live video so that others can benefit as many as you can. So basically this topic is very interesting to our youth. It's 100% interesting to our adults, to everyone that will be watching this video. This particular topic is 100% better for you and I, because your mindset determine who you really are and what people going to take you for out there tomorrow. And
Yes, sir.
not just your mindset, we also added cultivating your optimism. That means what you are to achieve. What are those things you're thinking about, or what are those things that you might want to kind of work with? What is your attitude towards culture? What is your attitude towards values in life? What is your attitude towards the society? So there are a lot of things we're going to be outlining here tonight. So stick to your monitor. Don't you dare go away, and share as many as you can as we go through the topic tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And welcome again. Well, I'm Ali K. Rams, and I'll be serving as your host tonight. So, speaking of mindset shifting, this topic is so much important that everybody have to shift their thinking, have to shift their own sense of reasoning in order to become a better person for tomorrow. Because sticking to one point of view, sticking to one reasoning, it limits you a whole lot. So, as we
Sure.
go into the topic today, just stick around and we hope that you can leave your input through the comment section and ask all necessary questions that you wish to ask. So, strictly to business, let's get the first question. So, before going, Henson, are you there? Hi. I think he's not available. I think he's not available. So, let's go to the first question. This is the first question. This is a very important topic, and this question it gives us the vast understanding in order for us to believe in ourselves, in order for us to have that trust and honesty in ourselves. Because believing in yourself is so important that in order for you to move forward, you have to believe and embrace who you are. So, speaking of the question, that's this is the question, right? What limiting belief or negative thought pattern do you want to leave behind in the other year or in the other year or the last year? And what steps can you take in order to replace them with growth mindsets and positive affirmations in the new year? These are very important questions. So let me hear your first insight or answer on the first question, because this topic, this question, I believe it's a two-in-one questions. So let me hear the first one. It say, what limiting belief or negative thoughts do you want to leave behind in the old year? So let me hear you. This is a personal question for you. So let me hear that.
Yes, so definitely. Firstly, this question. Firstly, when I kind of like look at this question, it gives me some perspective on increasing my entire characteristics and improving other things. The first thing is that mindset, according to our topic today, mindset is not just about how people see it. Mindset constitute my behavior as an individual my action taken out there, the results that I get from those actions, the performances I carry out, both positive and negative, and that of my attitudes, right? So all of those things, there are a whole lot of bunch of things that everyone may have. But personally for me, there are a lot of things that will come up, and there are a lot of things that we need to work on as an individual in life.
Right.
So there are a couple of things that one may say I will have to leave back. That is, the first thing I will have to leave back in 2023 will be
Mm-hmm.
the contact that I've not had over the past time. That is limiting my contact or limiting my social what you call it environment. So
Right.
as an individual, you cannot basically like kind of live alone though. There are a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people that are waiting out there to kind of willing for you to talk to them, and there are people willing out there for you to like kind of interact with them, but the need or the chance of them reaching out to you is very slim. So one of the things I living back is not to limit my contact, but to increase and continuously making impact to society. So that's one of the things I'm carrying to 2024, making huge impact into society. So even before I could come to the Good Life Project, there are a
Right.
couple of things, or there are a couple of people that have inboxed me to see how best I can work with them to improve and make impact in different ways and different platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So Good Life Project was very fortunate to have me on the show and will always have me on the show. So this is another means I'm going to use to make impact, like I said, of which is on my agenda.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a couple of things as personal individuals that want to live back. There are some of you probably the way you kind of like interact with people, the way you address people, they will not like that. Even me personally, I know there are some people like will message me, and that's one of the things that I'm leaving back. There are some people that will message me on Messenger like 2, 3 days before I respond to it because I'm
Right.
not the too much messenger type. Yes, I mostly do my communications on WhatsApp and Telegram and that of email.
Yes.
So
Yes.
for me to really kind of like focus on messenger is like kind of tough for me. But I must leave that back because people get to you in different ways. So not everyone will have
Different.
the WhatsApp installed on their phone. Not everyone will have the Telegram installed. Not even most Liberians know about Telegram though. Even some Africans. Most of our communications is directly Facebook and
What's
Messenger. So I'll have to leave all of those things behind and make sure that all of those platforms, even my IG has been active of these few days of recent. So most of my friends were like, you are now on IG, WhatsApp, and everything. Like I had so many, almost 2,000 messages that I had to be on IG. That is Instagram. So there are a lot of things that I have to like kind of go back to and make sure to awaken those things so that they can come to fruition and I can be able to reach out to my audience out there because really 2023 was like I didn't have more programs coming up. Like normally I have workshop for you, for teachers, for educators,
right.
barely 2 or 3 times a year. But 2023 I just had just a single workshop for them. So it was like so they were always in my inbox, chief, when we will have another stuff to get through. So I was like, I think I need to like kind of improve on those things, get my messenger active, get my IG active, get my all my social media platforms, all my handles, they are all active right now as I speak. So I'm into it. So those are some of the things that I have to leave back and improve on things for 2024. So for
That's
the
that's
audience that are
great.
watching, yeah, for the audience that are watching, I would like to encourage you, please, you need to look at your attitude issues, your behavior, your performances, your actions that were taken in 2023 or in years back that you need to improve on that will improve your life and your society? Thank you so much.
So yeah, thank you for that brilliant answer. So for me, I would say that what are some limiting beliefs that I would think about in order for me to move on, because those like 2023 was a year actually I wasn't really too consistent even with the Gula project was like touching in the riding and fucking around and things like that. So but I believe with this one, with this 2024, what I left behind is my inconsistency. Because with this year, I just want to be consistent in what everything that I do, something positive. If it is positive thing, I just want to be consistent with it and just move on, because like grow the innovative and positive mindset, it helps you grow mentally and spiritually. So for last year, I was like inconsistent in everything I do. And one of the important things that I believe was one of my negative thoughts or patterns from last year was I wasn't really into uh, God's words, right? Because at times, at times I just feel so lazy in order to pray, in order to at least get connected to God, because He is the protector, He is the refuge of our life. So I want this 2024 to be a little bit different or more different than last year, because last year I was like inconsistent and I wasn't really into God's law. So this year, I just want to be a whole lot different game, because I'll be able to connect to God so that He can give me more wisdom and understanding in order to carry on all my daily activities. So thank you. So let's hear the next question. The next question says, what step can you take to replace those with growth mindsets and positive affirmation in the new year? What are some steps here are you waiting or thinking about to take in order to get away from all of those things that you were doing, negative thoughts that you were doing in last year?
So some of these questions that are personal tonight, but we also need to give some
Yeah, right.
advice and some clarity to our audience so that they can benefit from it. Because I show that you guys are watching and you would like to also learn from our experience. So it's both interchangeably. That is, I'm giving myself the story and also advising you on what to do best. That because everyone have their own stories, everyone have their own problems, everyone have their own kind of like things to do. So we also kind of like tap in some
Yeah, with this
small
one,
and
with
then
this same topic, with this same topic, I have to go to the general point of view, advising, with this one, after we have shared our experiences and things like that, we have to go
yeah,
with this
sure,
same topic, give a general knowledge towards it. So yeah.
definitely. Okay, so basically there are a couple of things that I'm going to do to improve on my own
Okay.
personal growth. That is the first thing I'm going to kind of like try new things that I've never
Right.
done before. Those are things I'm going to do. I'm also going to kind of like look for challenges that will help me grow because in life, there are times that you need some tough things to be done before you can uh, go ahead to kind of like work out something. So all of those
Right.
challenges that can help me grow, I must find myself doing them. I must find myself giving a feedback of constructive feedback to myself. That is those things that I'm doing. How well can I improve on them? How well can I do this? How well can I do that? So there are a couple of things I'm also going to be willing to also kind of like learn new ways of doing things and learn new path, working out new
Mhm.
things and
Right.
moving forward. I would also like to see how best I can move a failure story to a success story. So there are a couple of things I'm going to be working on this year. Yeah.
So thank you. So Carly, so let's come to the part to the general part is what negative. What are some negative thoughts do you think that you can maybe recommend or not recommend? Do you think that you can propose that this person or the puppy shouldn't get into because it is a sign of not improving your life? What are some thoughts that you want to point out that the audience shouldn't get involved with or bad attitudes?
Okay, so one thing I would like to tell my audience here is that the first thing, there are two things I want us to understand here tonight. We have two
Mhm.
different things when it comes to mindset. We have a growth
Right,
mindset and we have a fixed mindset. So
right,
when you distinguish these things, you obviously get to understand which mindset to take. And the perfect mindset to go with is the growth mindset. So that's one thing I want you to understand here tonight. So I would like to make my audience and everyone watching this video now and after or before, we want to make this crystal clear that if you want to have a growth mindset, you must be willing to learn from your mistakes that you've had. So there are a couple of mistakes that you'll be having, and then you will like kind of, I think I did this before, it didn't work for me, so I need to change it around. I need to kind of like work with it. So that's one of the points they should consider, and they should also consider a point to never give up. That means I don't care how the obstacles may be, you have to keep pushing once you want for your mindset to keep growing. Another thing is the best way to improve them is to become their own best warrior. So that means no one can fight your battle without yourself. Let's say, for example, if you went to a pastor and then the pastor decides to pray for you for demon to leave you or whatsoever thing that is within you, or that idea or that particular thing that is within you to get away. The only way that thing will get away, the first thing the pastor going to ask you is that, do you believe in Jesus Christ?
that's the first question. Yeah,
You say yes. Uh-huh. So the first, because the pastor is asking you, because he wants you to make sure that everything that he's saying, you should confirm it. Because he will do the last praying, the prayer mother will do a live prayer and stuff like that. But once you don't believe that it can work, obviously it's not going to work for you.
hmm,
That's the
agree.
reason why at times you see people in church and like the person will be in that church for like 5 years, and a stranger will just come in the church 2 weeks and they start getting blessing. Because the stranger that is coming to church believe in that pastor and the ministry. But the people that
Right.
have been in the church before will kind of like criticize the church, criticize the pastor for wearing tear shoes. So they don't
Mhm.
believe that God can work things. So you're not going to church
Right.
because of the pastor. It's about you believing in Christ. So you got to be your own warrior in that sense that yourself have to be willing to make that change, to make that particular
Change.
impact, to fight that particular battle that you are about to face. So once you are willing to go through it, obviously it's going to be working out for you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I honestly agree with you. So from my own point on that, in order for you to activate the growth mindset, you should get acquainted with some people that will give you some knowledge, as we rightfully said yesterday. Get
Yes, sir.
engaged in people or in professional people that will help expand your knowledge. I will always give you that proper information that you need, that proper
Mm,
information that will make some changes in your life. So, in order for you to have the growth mindset, you should know your acquaintance, you should know your friends, and you should know your engagement, whoever you want to get engaged with, because your engagement matters in personal growth. So, if you want to have a growth mindset, you have to think and you have to know what you want. So a growth mindset
definitely.
comes with a lot of responsibilities. Responsibilities like taking care of your own self and knowing your own boundaries and knowing your worth in society. Because nobody will come and tell you, say, this is what you want and this is your boundaries. You have to know your boundaries You have to know what can limit you in order for you to go that beyond or that extraordinary route, because your limitation may not limit you at certain time. You may feel limited to this point, but in order for you to activate that growth mindset and to move forward or to go beyond your limitation, you have to get engaged with people that will bring a lot of good transformation in your life. So I will answer that by saying engagement matters in personal growth. Get engaged with people, supporting people, people who support your idea, people who give you good reasoning and who carefully understand in order for you to move forward. So it is important also that you do those things. So let's come to the second question. This is the second question. How can you reaffirm your perspective on past challenges and setback? If you are watching right now, just put this question in your shoe. How can you reaffirm yourself on your perspective on what you want in life in order for you to move forward and in order for you to get past all of your challenges and setbacks? So let me come to you. What one need to do in order for them to reaffirm their own perspective and past challenges? What is your take on that?
Okay, the first thing like I said in the past, the first thing is that everyone in life must have believe in themselves that you can do it.
Great.
So if you believe in yourself that you can do this thing or you can do whatsoever thing that will be posted upon you, rightfully there will be nothing that will like kind of ignore you in getting things done.
Right.
So the first thing is that what you do to reaffirm your objective or your thinking or whatsoever thing you are doing, the first thing is to give yourself courage.
Right.
That's the first thing on the list. The next thing is to kind of reflect on your vision and your mission in life. There are some
Right.
people that have set up their goals already.
Mhm.
That is, you have already set up your goals that I want to become this, I want to become that, I want to do this, I want to do that. But all of a sudden, things just kind of like changed around. So your life is no longer going to be as what you see it or how you taking it to be. So it's going to be 100% different from just the ordinary way of or the labyrinth way or probably your own way of seeing it. So at the end result, things changed negatively. Instead of you moving
Right.
forward, you find yourself coming backward. So what you need
Mhm.
to do to in that process is to encourage yourself that with all these challenges, with all these things happening to me, I think I can still make it. So
Right.
once you have that particular thing or that particular encouragement that you can do it, obviously, I will not lie to you. You are definitely going to keep that courage and work out that thing.
Honestly, yeah.
Let's say, for example, if you are going to market and then you were actually going to buy something that was important to either your mom or your dad had a problem or a health issue, and then they send you to the drugstore to buy tablet or medicine that will get them back on their feet, and you decide to move. But unfortunately, your slippers caught.
Right.
So now a decision gonna come to you that should I go buy the medicine or should I go back for another slipper? For the fact that nobody will want to leave their father or their mom died, obviously they will have to work with that cut slippers or even walk with their bare feet to get that particular medication.
Right.
So that's how life is. So it's not about the challenges that come your way. It's about you
Okay.
meeting that objective. It's not about the challenges. Because if just walking with my bare feet can get my mom or my dad off back on their feet. So what the essence of me not doing that for me to say, oh, I'm like kind of, I see him a big man to be and walking on my bare feet, my slipper cord. I know everybody watching me here will say, Chief, I think that is a great idea. Because nobody, even you hire, let's take for example, you hire your wife or your husband is very, very ill to the point of death. And the only medicine they have indicated for him is at the drugstore, and you're going for it in a slipper cord.
Right.
Definitely, you're not going to mind what are your slipper cord or what happened to you. Even your kind of like your trouser tear or some kind of thing happens to you, you're not going to mind all of those things that will happen to you in that moment. You're not going to think about even people seeing you. It's almost like what let's say for example, criminals are chasing you. So there are some storms, there are some hole that you're going to jump over that normal conditions you cannot jump that hole.
Right.
But once it's at abnormal condition, you have to go there. You see separator coming, you see cars coming, you have to run through that car because you don't want the criminals to get you killed or to harm you. So that's how the whole thing works. So if you want to reaffirm yourself, you have to be willing to go through challenges that will get you through that particular thing, getting that courage to say, yes, I can do this, I can work with this, I can move on. That's how it
That's
works.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's you said it all. So for me, I would say in order for you to reaffirm yourself, you should know your boundaries. It all about boundaries again because in
Yeah,
order for
sure.
you to reaffirm yourself, it's about giving yourself that hope that you need in order to carry on your daily activities.
Sure.
Reaffirming means you are retrospecting on the past and learning from
Hmm.
your mistakes. So in order for you to learn from your mistakes, you should know your boundaries again. It just bring about boundaries. So yeah, you were
Yeah.
just pretty raw. So let's speak about the next question on the next question on the same topic. What can one do to see their opportunity for how can one okay what can one do in order to see setbacks as opportunity for learning and growth instead of failures? Oh, I think we lost him, but I hope he rejoined. We just lost him. I mean, internet is very, 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 very epic. Please share it live if you are watching. And this is the Cool Life project. We are geared towards improving young leaders' writing, speaking, and research skills. So, today is one of our many nights where we discuss some cardinal issues, as you can see on the further go scrolling. The topic for tonight is mindset shifting and cultivating optimism. This is a very important topic, and we hope that you get us your undivided attention because we are definitely going to dive deeply into this topic. Oh, I think his internet is okay. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
I think you're muted.
Okay, so I'm on mute here now. So, like I said, I'm sorry for that breaking transmission quickly.
Okay, all right. So I was asking you the question before your internet had problems. So this is the question, right? What can one
Okay.
do in order for them to see setbacks as opportunity for learning and growth instead of failures? What can one do?
Okay. So, personally, the first thing is that if challenges come your way,
Right.
Let's say, for example, because everyone here will have different challenges. Let's say, for example, say, oh, you guys in studio there, you have your own problem. And that's
Mhm.
100% yes.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
that are
Everybody has their
watching,
own problem.
you also have your own problem. But
Sure.
in general, we have something that must exist in common. So if and only if everyone do exist on this planet Earth, you must have a success story, you must have a failure story. There are certain things that you did that didn't go well, and there are certain things that you did that went well. So that's
Sure.
something that exists between everyone. That is, something must have worked for you perfectly, and something must have worked for you negatively. So now, the first thing to see certain things as not a failure but an opportunity to learn is 100% good. Because let's say, for example, if you got a problem, or we're here right now, and then all
Right.
of a sudden everything they kind of changed around and say, you know what, we are going off this live video. We
Uh-huh.
will come back in the next 30 minutes.
Right.
So now everyone that is on this podcast will not be in the willingness to say, oh, yes, I will like kind of drop my pens and kind of like not witness the good life project again. No. Instead, we already got a topic on board. So what you should do for yourself is to just go to that topic and kind of like move on and
That's
kind of
right.
move on. That's what I'm saying. So if and only if you have a teacher in the classroom, we also go back to the classroom, right? You have a teacher in the classroom. Your teacher came and said, this first period, we're going to be learning about the introduction to physics. We're going to be discussing the branches of physics, or we're going to be discussing the branches of mathematics. Correct. We're going to be talking about some contributors to the field of mathematics. So they have already given you a topic. So, but then, out of a sudden, the next day you came to class, and the vice principal or the principal came to class and say, guys, we're sorry. We have to dismiss your mathematics instructor because he always gets drunk coming on the campus. So I know it will be a shocking news for everyone in the classroom. It's a shocking
Right.
news though. So now, but what you can do, you shouldn't see that to say, oh, that should be a failure for you. They say that means you're not going to learn mathematics. No. That particular thing that you're going to make use of as an opportunity for you is that the teacher has already given you a topic.
Right.
The teacher has given you a topic that you can create, you can study, and you will understand for that particular period.
So true.
Correct. So we all have the Facebook, we have the all these platforms, all these social media platforms. These guys created them. But how you use them becomes a success for you or becomes a failure for you. So if you use it negatively, it becomes failure for you. If you use it positively, it becomes success for you. So now, the first thing that if you got a challenge, if
Right.
you have a serious challenge in life, it should not be a challenge wherein any challenge in life can be resolved. And
Oh yeah,
anything in
I
life
agree.
does not
All
last forever.
can be-
Yeah. Anything in life does not last forever. So what most about challenge? So the challenges will come
you
your
just have
way.
to, yeah, right.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Challenges will come your way, but those challenges comes as lessons so that you can learn and
Mhm.
improve yourself. So that you can
Right.
learn and improve. You will have some people like will you always you have some of your friends with you, and then you will tell them your stories, your good stories, your bad stories. You tell them everything about your life, and then out of a sudden, the person go and start. Or let's say, for example, you have a nude photo on your phone, but because you trust your girlfriend, and then you send it to her, so that you guys were like kind of chatting, and then you guys started to have fun with it. So after all of a sudden, she posted on Facebook, you feel hurt for the first time. A particular thing happened to you, you feel hurt the whole week, but after a certain time, you try to recover from it. And by the time you
I
recover,
definitely will.
it becomes a big lesson to you that you will never and ever send a nude photo to any of your girlfriends again or any of your friends again. So it becomes a challenge for you, difficult to deal with, but then in that period, but it's an opportunity for you to learn that never you trust somebody again. So that's how the whole thing works. So let's say, for example, you
That's
hire
right.
your organization. You are working
Right.
here, you are watching this video, you have your organization, and then you have your best friend, and you say, you know what, I got a project and I got a proposal for my organization, and I want us to write some people to see how best we can raise some money. Your friend say, okay, that's nice idea. So we can work it out. And after you sat the whole night painting papers, putting pen to work, and created the proposal, set up everything, after all of a setting, and guess what? The person stole your proposal, changed your name from there, change your organization name, and replace it with theirs and their name, and start to kind of look for money or different resources, and they got it in their names. So they respond to you that everywhere we send our project, it didn't work, so we have to try another one. But after all of a sudden, the same proposal you wrote for like 5,000 United States dollars, and all of a sudden you just went to your house and saw a check of 5,000 United States dollars just received from the proposal you wrote. You saw that message coming from an email that we received your proposal and we just send you 5,000 United States dollars. Everyone watching this live video will get frustrated. Even myself will get frustrated because I cannot sit all alone writing a proposal after all of a sudden and then somebody stole my idea. It will be a challenge for you. It will be something that you see as a failure in life. You see something that will bother you a lot, but it becomes a tremendous opportunity for you to learn that never you trust somebody with an authentic document like that ever in your life. You don't trust people like
100%.
that because you don't know who the person was, that person intention towards you or your organization. So that's how those are some of the things that happens for me. That's how I teach people, or that's how I work out with people. I like to give real life situations so that you cannot just read out things, so that you can get it and understand it from a real life perspective and work with things. So that's it from my
Thank
end.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So from my point, I would say that in order for you to see your setbacks, your challenges, your struggles, or your obstacles as opportunity for learning and growth instead of failure is to embrace whatever you do, is to love it. And one of the
Sure,
things
definitely.
that I feel you should do is embracing authenticity. Like be your true self. Be real to
Definitely.
yourself. If you know you want this, go for it. If you know you aren't this person, don't try to fake your lifestyle for somebody who's you are not.
Yeah,
Always
sure.
be real for yourself and reaffirm yourself that this is not me. This is not what I want to do. This is not my career. This is my path. I want to redirect my line. I want to redirect my thinking to a positive growth mindset. And one of the things I feel you should do in order for you to see setbacks as opportunity for learning is to step out of your comfort zones, because you will so
Definitely,
complacent
definitely.
in that zones of thinking that I am right at this point all of the time. You should step out of it and move to new beginnings where you will see and you will take other people's opinion in life because it matters. Your one cannot sit and say you know it all. Give other people the chance to make their point and you might, and there's a possibility you will take some key factors that will help bring that growth that you need to unleash your inner potential, because like shifting your growth is one of the keys to unleashing your inner potential. So if you want to
Yes, sir.
unleash your inner potential, you have to do that thing. Step out of your comfort zones and embrace authenticity. Authenticity is just about being your true self, that person you are.
Definitely, definitely,
Because
definitely.
let's go for sinking. If your passion is your single, go for sinking. Like everything that you do, sing and promote yourself. Be real and truthful to yourself. If you're a
Yeah.
dancer, trust me, dance, do promotional videos, do something free and be real and truthful to yourself. There's nothing in life that you should do that will bring about fakeness. Because in order
Mm-hmm.
for you to develop and grow with that mindset of growth, you have to be real and truthful to yourself. And one of the things you should do is engage in self-reflection. What do I mean by engage in self-reflection?
Mm-hmm.
Engagement or engage in self-reflection is thinking about the past, thinking about what you have done, what you have accomplished in life. If you are like,
Mm-hmm.
you have to think, right? Because if you think, you will have more understanding how you suffer in order to get to this point. You have to learn from your experiences and you have to learn from your struggles, because all struggles come with lessons. You have to learn from every struggle, every point in life. There's a saying in Liberia that says, as you reach this new level, you see a new devil. In order for you to move from
Definitely.
one point to another, you should have or you should engage in self reflection. Think about the past. What means that you use in order to overcome that obstacles that come to you at point B in order to move to point C? And if you
Mm-hmm.
reach to point C, you have to reflect on point B, how you overcome that trials, that situation that come your way at that point B. So it's good for you to
Yes, sir.
reflect on your past, because they bring about tangible lessons. They bring about unique lessons that you learn from, and you will develop your mind and reframe your thinking in life. So that's my own take on that one. So let's come to the third topic,
Yeah.
to the third question.
Yeah, that's so
Because this
wonderful.
topic,
That's
I
so
mean,
great.
I'm just feeling a challenge in a way that we are discussing this topic, because this is a whole different era of discussion. Because with this kind of topic, it is important that we assure everybody, all of our listeners, especially youth out there, because your thinking matters in a society. You have to think big in order for you to have that growth mindset. And in thinking big, you should know what your capabilities are. Please note that. So let's come to the third question.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is the third question. What are some personal values and aspirations that you want to prioritize in the new year? So, if you are watching, put this question in your shoe, and let me rephrase the question to you, to get your general ideas on this topic. What are some personal values and aspirations that you can propose to people watching, the young folks watching, in order for them, for this year to be a great success for them? Did you
Okay.
get the
So,
question?
yeah, sure, sure. I did. So the
Okay.
first thing is what you can do as youth watching this live podcast, and I would like to encourage all of our youth, most specifically in Liberia. The first thing you can do as youth for this 2024 to change your life, to bring your life to positivity, to bring
Right.
you that particular change or that laughter you expect to get in 2024 is to change your mindset. And that mindset should be a growth mindset.
Right.
as a youth, if you want to succeed in 2024 or years to come, that's the first thing you should have,
Mhm.
a positive and a growth mindset.
Right.
The next thing you should work on as an individual, or every person here watching this live video would like you to understand that your attitude and your behavior should have a positive impact in society.
Yeah, that's right. It have your attitude and behavior
Yeah,
have some positive impact. That's right.
definitely. Because if your attitude, the attitude that you had in 2023 or years back, and you notice that these are attitudes that people don't get attracted to, or these are attitudes that people don't like at all, you cannot keep making the same mistakes. You have to change from those attitudes, from those behavior, from the way you address people. Be it the person is older, the person is younger, you don't know the differences between them. Like in French, they had nous and vous. Yeah,
Right.
at least my little French 107 and 108 that I did, they didn't go free though. Yeah, because when the person is older than you, the French people that are watching here, you don't say nous, you say vous. And when the person is at your standard or below you, you say nous. So that's how it works. So the way you address other people should be 100% different from how you address even people that is below you or at their standard.
Right.
You respect everyone equally.
Mhm.
So it also entails your attitude, right? So all of those entails that if you want to improve your life in 2024, it's about time that you get a mentor, not one or two persons, maybe two or three or four or five or six, seven, eight, nine, up to 10 or 15 mentors that can help you in the process of growth and your development.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because mentors plays a key and major role in your life. That's some of the things that people get twisted. You need to get mentors that will play significant role in your life, not to get mentors that will get you distracted. That's
Sure.
the reason
That's
why
right.
if you are a doctor, you make sure that you all your friends that are with you, they are either a professional nurse or a medical doctor. So you cannot be a doctor and go make friend with an engineer, or you go make friend with an IT specialist, because his language and your language going to be different. Oh, just take for example, right? Some of our friends from high school say, "Oh, Manfred, you guys feel like you guys went to universities and graduated and stuff like that. We haven't gone to university, so you guys like kind of abandon us, and the friendship is no longer going to last as per how we used to move.
Right.
Every stage in life, you have new friends. And let's say, for example, you went to college and you still in high school, or you have a girlfriend that you and that person don't have the same IQ. So every time the way you would think, like you have PhD and your girlfriend is a high school graduate. So there are something that you will say, or there are some ways that you'll be thinking, how with your thinking will be 100% different, because you will not
Right.
understand it as per your level of understanding. So if you are in university and you decide to go back to your high school friends that are helping you or that were with you before, they are obviously, even if you speak one little vocab that you learn in your university or your course that you're doing, and it will start like, oh, what's that? You want to downplay on me, or you want to like, what's going on? Because I didn't go to university. So that envy and that jealousy spirit will have to get in them, because they feel that you are going to discriminate them. So it's not going to work.
Okay.
So you got to find a good mentor. You got to get a good
Right.
mentorship. You got to change your attitude. You got to change your mindset to a positive and a growth mindset as an
Right.
individual.
Right.
You also need to explode your inner cycle. That is those things that are within you. You identify them and see how best you can move out with things. You should be in the willingness
Right.
to always learn new things. You should always be there in that willingness to learn new things. Be in the willingness this 2024 to overcome challenges that will come your way. Encourage yourself. Give yourself that courage that you can do it and you can make it. So these are just few things. There are many more out there you're supposed to do. So we will keep uh, alerting you on them and giving you a lot of things. But for these points, we think that they are key for you that you can work with that will improve you and your life in 2024.
Thank you so much for that brilliant answer. So for me, I would say some personal values and aspiration I would propose or I would suggest to all listeners out there, if you're under my voice, I would say uh, embrace authenticity, be real to yourself. And I will also say know God for yourself because without God, we aren't anything. We just like a broken stick. So you have to know God for firstly you have to know God for yourself, be real and truthful to yourself. And the second
Definitely.
one is you have to set all of your boundaries again, and you have to know your limit in life. Know your boundaries and your limit. It helps you gain more value for yourself. It helps you give you that value that you need. Because in order for one to value you, you have to value yourself the most.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
valuing yourself, it also brings about self reflect or self respect. You have to respect yourself in all cases and reflect or respect doesn't come with just being in a community or everything. When you like you are you there?
Yeah, sure. So
Okay, respect.
like you were saying, let me
Yeah,
just add up real quick before we can conclude that. Like you're saying, right? God is the center of all these things that we're saying. Even today,
right.
I'm on this podcast. All these things I'm saying, is some of them are not just by inspiration or things that I just choose to say. God is the center of all these things. There are many
Right.
of our youth in nowadays. They like kind of go to different churches and they don't know what they are there for. Though they say
Right.
the only
Honestly,
thing Solomon asked God for was wisdom. That's the only thing he asked God for. You don't have to go to universities before you can get understanding or to understand something. You don't necessarily need to know all the book in this world before you can get some level of understanding. That's the reason why some people, the moment they talk, people get to understand them and people get to work with them. Because
mhm,
all of these
right.
things, you will have that inspiration, you will have that passion, you will have that dream, you will have that mission, you will have that vision. Everything will only works if God's divine wisdom, knowledge, grace, favor is attached to them. Yeah. So it's
Sure.
always
Sure.
good
Yeah.
as a young person, as an adult, as either stage you are, always make sure that you get closer to God in everything you do. And
That's right.
everything will
That's
be
right.
added to you. Yeah.
That's right. So one of the things again you should prioritize as his reference, uh, be involved in God's words. It help you grow,
So
know Him for
yeah.
yourself.
Hmm.
And I would say I would add by saying know your engagement, or in other
Sure.
words, know your friendship, know your acquaintance, who you are associating yourself with. You have to associate
Definitely.
yourself with people, supportive people, or people that bring a lot of changes to your life, and people that will support you in all areas or works of life.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I would say that, yeah, oh yeah, obviously I would say that, and you should step out of your comfort zones because you want yourself
Definitely.
to be valued out there amongst your people, amongst your peers, or amongst people. You need that value out there,
Hmm.
and in order to do that, you have to step out of your comfort zones. Stepping out of your comfort zones will give you a lot of understandings about your true self and people will say that not people, but there's a wise saying that say you don't know your true you unless people tell you about it. And I honestly agree with that phrase because there are a lot of
Sure.
potential that one possesses and they don't know
I,
what they have
I
in them.
definitely don't know.
So it
Yeah,
have to
sure.
be sparked. It have to be sparked by others in order for you to be a
To
success in
identify.
life. So in order for you
Yeah.
to do that, get involved with supporting people. I would say that because it helps you a whole lot. And I will say
Hmm.
something also again, impact yourself or impact your mind with good and positivities. Don't
Sure,
always
sure.
give yourself, that limiting belief that will break you down always. Be positive. Preach positive things upon yourself. Just
Hmm.
embrace whatever you have in this moment and the next moment. If you have money today and you tomorrow you don't have money, just embrace it because that's the work of God and that's the work of nature. You don't say or you don't have to have money all of the time before you know that you are growing or becoming
Sure.
somebody. Your growth also comes with your mindset. So I will
Definitely.
stop this as we go to the next point. So let's come to the next one. It says, how can one cultivate optimism and a positive attitude? Or how okay, let me rephrase the question. How can one all of these things that we have asked or talked about, how can A be a great help to everyone? Or to those who are watching. Like, for example, we spoke of self-reflection, we spoke about God's word, and we spoke about knowing your true self and things like that. So, how can one or how helpful are these things that we have discussed to people that are watching? I know that's a quite easy question that everybody will answer, but maybe your own understanding may be quite different from theirs. So let me hear yours.
Yeah, sure. The first thing here is that there are a lot of people that probably get some great understanding when it comes to these different stories that comes on. But all of these things, they are 100% important to everyone that's watching and that will watch this video after. So if you're watching this video after or now, I would like to make you to understand that your life as an individual matters to you a lot. Reflecting on your past and making sure that things work for you on the positive angle is
Mhm.
something that everyone will want to see themselves doing. So let's say, for
Right.
example, if I meant for a mobile wants my life to be great, I must work towards it.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. So if and only if you want your life to be great, you should always be in a willingness to learn new things, to make new connection, to kind of improve on everything that you think you're doing that is best, and decline on those things that you're not doing. So everything we say here, if you practicalize them or you keep working with these things that were being said to you, obviously it's going to make a huge impact into your life because listening, what you call it, to your inner circle and making sure that people tells you what best come of you, making
Mhm.
sure to get closer to the Almighty God, making and knowing that challenges are not failure, but an opportunity for you to learn and improve yourself in meeting and reaching out your goals, your mission, and your visions. All of these
Right.
things are very key to life as an individual, as a group, or as whosoever you may see yourself in any category you may see yourself bounded. So that's how things are difficult, we know, but once you believe in yourself, things can definitely work for you with the help of the Almighty God.
Thank you for that brilliant answer once more. So let's go to the fourth question because I know we should be a little bit fast because time is
Yeah.
fast going. So
Sure.
let's be a little bit fast with these last questions. Let's go to the last to the fourth one.
Okay.
This one is quite interesting. It's very, very
Mhm.
interesting. It says, what gratitude practices can you incorporate into your daily routine to shift your focus towards appreciating good things in life and even during difficult moments? What gratitude can you or can one practice or incorporate in your daily life? So, what is your stance on that?
Okay, so the first thing is that every day you wake up, you firstly appreciate the Almighty God for giving you the life that you breathed in the morning, because there are a lot of people that were willing to see the next day. They were
Right,
dead and gone. There are a lot of people that were in the hospitals, they were dead. So the first thing is to appreciate God. And the next thing is to appreciate yourself because you are handsome, you're beautiful. Because if and only if, most especially Liberian people, right? If you mind their mouths, you're not going to do anything for yourself. Because
yeah, right,
you wear blue clothes today, they say, oh, you're supposed to wear green clothes. You wear green clothes, they say you should wear red clothes. So every time that you wear different things, people will keep talking. So as an individual, you should always appreciate yourself in everything that you're doing.
right,
I'm doing great, and I think this is working for me. Another thing is to do, you should always be appreciative of any help, be it positive or negative. Somebody may ask, but Manfred, why would I get negative help and appreciate that? You
mhm,
know why you appreciate negative help? Because it helps you to understand that not all things will be smooth as life seems to be. Let's say, for
right,
example, I ask this person to do certain thing for me, and the person say, before I do this thing, you have to bring something for me, or you have to give me your body. Let's say for the women, like we just give examples to our women, is of no disrespect to them, but this is what
right.
happened on a real life situation. You want something with a guy, the guy said, you know what, before I give you this job, you have to come to my house and we have some fun before I give you this job. You,
Yeah,
the lady there,
that is normal in society.
uh-huh. You, the lady, you have, because of that negative thing, because of that negative appreciation, you are going to improve on yourself. Let's say, for example, if you had you did your lay nursing and then you went to a hospital to work, and then the administrator of that hospital is telling you that I need you to do this before you can, obviously you're going to get angry, and you're going to appreciate yourself and move on by building your own clinic or your drugstore and move to your own business. So from the onset, you were not thinking about building hospitals, you were not thinking about building a drugstore, you were not talking about building clinic. But because the man asked you that before he can give you this job, he must do one or two things, or you guys need to go and have fun. That alone have given you the courage to build your own drugstore. So for that particular reason, you should appreciate him. That is a negative appreciation, but you are appreciating him because it was that particular process that led you to a successful story.
Right, that's right.
Yeah. So that's how the whole thing works. And people like kind of say, so when I'm talking about negative appreciation, there where it comes from. And the positive appreciation, always be appreciative to anybody that maybe you ask for $10 and the person say, you know what, I could have helped you with the $10, but I don't have the $10 now.
Mhm,
Can you have $2? Be 100% appreciative for that $2, because you didn't know how the person worked for their money. You don't know how the person makes their money. So even if the person was just to give you a fifth 0.5 cents, you must be 100% appreciative to that person. Just by you appreciating that, it will encourage the person, it will motivate the person to do more. But if you
right.
say, oh, look at me, I just asked him I asked him for just come on in a 10 hour, he now would give me. You see $10 as common thing, but why didn't you what you call it? Kind of like be able to
Appreciate
afford it, but instead you have to go and beg for it, and you calling it common $10. So even if the man could give you 1 cent, you should appreciate him for it. Even for him just telling you that I wish I could have helped you, but now I can because of one or two reasons. Also appreciate him. Say, oh, thank you for the concern. At least he said something. But there are some people you
that's
ask them, they
correct.
will not respond to your message at all. They will not respond. They will act as if to say they didn't read your message. And they read it though. So just for the person responding to say, oh yes, thank you, I saw your message, but can we do another time because I don't have, but if you decide to be ungrateful, you will never get any help from that person again. So you should always be grateful, be appreciative of anything that comes your way, be it negative or positive. That's why I got to tell
That's right.
everybody here watching tonight. Yeah.
That's right. For me, I would be a little bit different. I would say, what
Mhm.
gratitude practices can you incorporate in your daily routine to shift your focus towards appreciating good things in life? So I would say, I practice again. You have to practice gratification by giving for
Okay.
to whom it deserves.
So,
Appreciate everything that come your way, whether, as you said, whether positive or negative. You have to
mhm.
embrace it and you have to appreciate it. And one of the things I would say is you have to be resilient. You have to be, strong in your daily life because definitely you will go through obstacles. Definitely there are some setbacks that will come your way. So you have to practice that resilient spirit. You have
Mhm.
to practice affirmations. I would say that also.
So,
You have to practice resilience and you should practice affirmations and you should also practice that never give up attitude. These
so,
are the
so,
kind of
so,
things that you should incorporate in your daily routine in order to bring good things in your life, even during difficult moments.
mhm.
Don't never give up. You should always have this
So,
saying, giving up is never an option. So you should never give
yeah.
up in anything you want and you're willing to do or willing to incorporate in your daily activities. Don't never give up as long as you feel it is right and it is acceptable in the society and with God. You should go for it and never give up. So I would say I would stick to the three that I need. Be resilient in everything that you do. Practice gratification to whom it deserved. Always give that
So,
flower as soon as you receive penny or gratification or receiving doesn't mean that somebody have to give you somebody have to give you items. Just as somebody give you that words of encouragement, you should
so,
appreciate that
so.
person's efforts by saying those things to you. So practice
Mm.
gratification in all sense and manner. You have to be that person who expresses that huge level of gratification to everything that comes away. And two, be resilient. Three, practice affirmations. It is important to do so. And four, I would say practice that never give up attitude. I'm very, very positive and optimistic that practicing never giving up attitude will help you now and in the nearer future. So I will
So,
step to that. So
yeah,
do you have any
those
other
were
thing
that's
to
different.
add to this question on board right now?
Yeah, that's something that all of those things you said, they are all good. Like we all like kind of pushing the same point though. You kind of like you need to be appreciative, and this is something we need to really really like kind of scratch onto people because Liberians, our youth in the diaspora, and everywhere you are. You got to be
Mhm.
100% appreciative. If you are in the dashboard and you have somebody doing something for you, and then the person didn't do it the right way, instead of you getting angry, you should first appreciate the person time, the person effort, because the person is leaving all the doing to do what you want them to do. So always be
Right.
appreciative of somebody, and then you can go later and critique. Maybe you have one or two, and tell the person, say, you know what, I really like what you did. It almost like you want to disgrace somebody. But with the kind of thing that you tell the person will already kind of like feel motivated. Oh yes, I really like what you did today. Or let's say, for example, when I went to a teacher workshop and I gave this example, the guy was like, "Though I think I've used that before and that method worked for me, and it was so great." He gave a testimony. You got this student that is very rude in the classroom, or you got this Zogo that's always wearing his trousers down, and then you see him and always mock him. Say, "Hello, you guy, you very stupid, you can't wear your trousers like this." Or you student, you just come out with bushy hair, you fold your uniforms arms and stuff like that. No, go to them. "Oh yeah, I really, really like your trousers though. Yeah. Way back in the days, this is how we used to wear our trousers. But you know what? We are in the modern world now. Can you put your trousers up, please?" And you'll be so
Right.
happy, smiling, putting it up. He'll be so happy and smiling, putting it up. But if you just went to him aggressively to tell him to put his trousers, he will not do it. He will tend to insult you. So that's what appreciation does. So if you appreciate a man for his dress code, for what he's doing right now, or whatsoever thing the person is doing, the person will try to improve and do more of what you don't expect from the person. So that's how things work. And that's how life is. So thank you.
Okay, okay. Thank you for those important points that you have made. So let's move to the fifth question. So let's see what the fifth question has for us. So let's see. Let's go to the fifth question.
Yeah, so I think from this we can
Okay.
take a little break because I'm also like almost like losing power, so I can change power quickly.
Okay. Okay. So let's come to this fifth question. The fifth question says, "How can you build
Oh,
a supporting network of friends, family, or mentors who share your optimistic outlook and can help you stay motivated and inspired throughout the year? How can one do that? Let me hear your own point.
okay.
How can you build a supporting network
Wonderful.
of friends, family, or mentors share your optimistic? Yeah, that's right.
Okay, yes, so that's good. So the first thing here we should understand that network basically has to do with your connections, the kind of people you interact with, the kind of people you move with, the kind of people you do
Mm,
everything that you think about with. So your network got a great impact to play in your life, because if and only if you get a bad network or a negative network, your life will never be a good one.
right.
Your life will never be a good one. But the people that you get obviously becomes almost like the saying that says, "Show me your friends, I will tell you who you are."
Right.
So that's the reason why I always tell people that my friends are always people that you can only be my friend if I get benefit something important and meaningful. We have meaningful discussions.
Right.
Yeah, not to go sit on pound one table or liquor table and be discussing about how Baga won a game or stuff like that, or state this and that happens. No, your life should be different from what other people see it. So if you
Mhm.
work out like that with things, people definitely tends to know you perfectly and working with you.
I
So
agree.
it's always good to have a good network or good friendship everywhere you go. So in everywhere you go, every programs you want, there are a lot of people that will attend workshops, and they will not get nobody contact number. They just work like that. They sing with the Kim and they just leave. There are some people who go to our programs and they just live like that normally without having any other connection. It's always good to have networks. Like you see me now,
Right.
the 52 countries in West Africa, in Africa rather, I can go to any of them. I don't need to pay hotel bills because why? I got network in the 52 countries in Africa, even the diaspora. If I get to Zambia now, there are people waiting to host me free of charge. I don't need to pay money. If I get to
Right.
Ghana, if
That's
I get to everywhere I go, I got people willing to host me. That is what they call network. It's not about you coming on Facebook and just be like be going on Messenger and just be posting photos. No, Facebook was created to build your social network. People that you are not seeing before, to work with them, to meet them and talk with them.
right.
So if and only if you have networks that will benefit you, obviously you tend to move. Like one of my mentees were asking me, but Chief, how you can get invited? Because I always see you like people invite you out of the country to go serve as guest speaker for different countries. I say, you know why? Because of the networks that we build.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm have hosting a program here and I need somebody to come from India, I have a lot of friends in India. So I tell him back one of them, bro, I'll be having my program next year, October, by the 5th. Can you make it up? I say, yes, bro. We're already friends. So he's going to come. He's not going to ask me for transportation. He's going to transport himself, do it, our lodging, do everything for him. And that's how life goes. Like when I was invited to go and serve as a guest speaker for one of my mentee program, and he was like, Chief, I know the transportation will be too heavy, and this is that. I said, you don't need to worry about transportation. That's what we call network. I pay
Right. That's
up
right.
pretty close to 22,000 plus. I pay pretty close to 22,000 Liberian dollars just to go to that program, transport them myself. My first time ever to ride motorbike for 11 hours, non-stop
Oh,
11 hours on motorbike, just to make sure that I reached to that program and speak to the people and came back. So that's what we call network. So it's not about just you getting friends that will just kind of like get something from you. No, there are some friends that you make that
mm-hmm.
give back to you in a positive way. So it's
Right.
always good to build more networks, even out of the diaspora in your own country. When you're working out there, people should know you. Like, let's say, for example, if you were, there are some people, even in their own community they live in, nobody know their names.
Yeah,
Can you
so
imagine
true.
that?
That's true.
Nobody know your name. You say youth leader, oh, you say youth leader in your community. You say youth leader, everybody know you. You all on Facebook are youth leader. But in your own community, nobody know that, like, you even know how to speak to people. You can't speak to nobody in your own community. Then how you youth leader now? You say you activate, you say you this, you that. But nobody can feel your impact to where you live. So how are you impacting? So that's how it works. So it's always good to build your networks and improve on it. So if and only if you are not been building your network as youth, you watch this video, please do as of this 2024. Build your networks, get more people connected to you, and get yourself connected to people so that your life can be transformed to the next level.
Right. Thank you. Thank
So
you.
that is, yeah, that's it for my end.
Thank you for those points. So I would say that I would say how, like, in order for you to build a supporting network, I would say you have to choose who you want to be friend with. Don't people say don't let your friend choose you. And I honestly agree with that phrase. Do not allow your friend or your acquaintance choose you. You should choose whoever you want to be friend with.
Yeah, sure.
People that share the same mindset as you. Those are the people that you should choose to
Sure,
friend.
sure,
Those
sure.
are the people you should choose because these people have the same goals and aspiration as you. So
Yeah.
with them being your friend or your acquaintance, you will be inspired to do more. They will add on your
Mm-hmm.
knowledge that you have already gained over a period of time, and they will truly support you. These are the kind of
Yeah.
network that people or we are talking about. You have to grow with a special or specific person that you guys started from this one thing and build together for tomorrow's success. And you have to get connected to that one family member or to those family members that always see reasons to support you in everything that you do, be it small or
Sure.
bigger thing. You have to engage in those family members and always show them some huge level of gratifications to do more.
Sure.
And you have to have that mentor that you always run to whenever you need help or whenever you feel some weary or whenever you just feel some down or need somebody to talk to or to motivate you at a particular time. You need a mentor. In order for you to have a mentor, you should go or look for the same mentor in field which is go to. For example, if you want to become an engineer and you go to somebody who's doing medicine, I mean, that person wouldn't give you that great or good advice you need as engineer because they don't understand the
Mm-hmm.
charisma of being an engineer. They will just give you some
Not at all.
basics. Yeah, they just give you some basic overviews, but in depth, you need an engineer to truly advise you and to lead you in doing those things that are right in the engineering field. So you need a mentor for
Yeah,
that
sure.
field or that career that you are specializing or wishing to be a specialist of. So these are the kind of things that
Mm-hmm.
you should look at in order to build positive or supportive network. You know, these are the kind of people that share the same, I mean, mindset and growth or ideas together. And in doing so, your year 2024 will be truly inspired and motivated of positive things. So please follow these tips in order for you to grow
Sure,
or
sure,
build a
definitely.
positive mindset. So I will stop there. You were just talking about maybe getting some. If you want, we can just take maybe 2 or 5 minute breaks, and we can come back because you were just talking. You there?
Yeah, we can take our break quickly. We can take our break quickly so I can sleep my power. Yeah, we'll come back.
Oh, sure, sure, sure. So if you're watching, we are
Yeah, yeah,
taking.
yeah. I'm here. I'm
Uh,
here.
are you ready now?
So we can go for our break and come right back.
Okay. So if you're watching, we are going for a break. We're going for 5 minute breaks, and we'll be back shortly. So stay tuned. That is the topic for tonight. And as
Okay.
we go in for the break, we'll leave you with the sixth question. And as soon as we come back, you will definitely see us discussing the sixth topic. This is the sixth question. Yeah, we'll see you as we come back to the Good Life Project. If you're watching again, please share life. Please share the life. Please share the life. Hi, welcome back again. We have just from now a break. As you know, we have had a 5 minute break because it was quite an interesting discussion, and we needed to take a break. Welcome if you're just joining us. Please share the live and welcome to the Cool Out Project. As you know, we geared towards improving your Honduras writing, speaking, and research skills. Most importantly, with our focus on international issues such as oxidation, peer pressure, climate change, and youth development. These are all topics that we are basically engaged with. And if you're watching, please share the live. And we have covered five important keys or questions, and this is the sixth one. So you're welcome in if you are just joining us. So Menfer, are you there? Hi. Hi. I think there's some problem or issue with your internet, and I'm not hearing you. Are you there?
Okay, but it's like the all of those things that we're discussing, all of these things that we're discussing here tonight,
Hi. I think there's an issue with the internet.
I'm actually real quick.
What? If you're hearing me, and as I said, there's a problem, an issue with the internet. So can you please do the needful, please?
So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me too? I'm sorry, your
Hearing
network is
you.
pretty bad.
So going forward,
Your network is pretty bad.
the question, uh,
Are you there?
one can set for yourself in is that the first thing we must consider is to work with.
Manfred,
You know, it's
I think we lost him due to internet problem. We are hoping that he rejoined. Please, if you're watching at this moment, we have discussed five different questions and five different keys in order for you to shift your mindset and cultivate optimism in this new year, because as we start this year, it is good that you have that growth mindset in order for you to move forward. Because with a growth mindset, it helps you understand your true potential. It helps you understand your boundaries, your limitations, and your worth. So, in order for you to cultivate these, in order for you to cultivate the mindset shifting, you should know that it is important to embrace self love and to embrace authenticity because as you embrace authenticity, it brings that goodness and that truthfulness in you and also that valued in you because with that value, you have to be recognized in the society out there. With that valued in you, you will be that first person that people will prioritize at any event. So please share live video and please make it your duty to watch this video from the end because we have covered five important keys in order for you to cultivate that mindset shift and cultivate that full potential in you in order to do those things that are always right and acceptable. So if you're watching, please share the video, please share the live as we are with Manfred because this topic, especially this question that says, what are some small achievable goals can you set for yourself in this or in the new year that will contribute to your overall sense of progress and compliments, fostering optimism and confidence? So you can answer these questions this question in the comment section below. And if you have any other question to be asked, just ask in the comment section below. We'll definitely answer you as soon as Manfred can because we are going to dive into this question deeply. I don't want to proceed in his absence. So as we're waiting, please, I'm going to ask you to share the live video. And if you're just new to this podcast or this broadcast for tonight, this is the Good Life Project. We are geared towards improving in young leaders' writing, speaking, and research skills. If you are out there and you want to volunteer yourself, uh, we're happy to have you. It doesn't matter what country you're from because it's an online zone. So it doesn't matter what country you're from. The highest thing that you should do is to know English. That's the most important thing because we are all speaking English, and I wouldn't be appropriate that somebody from different um, culture or different English or different language background will come. So the only qualification that you need in order to volunteer yourself is English. Hi.
Yes, I'm in. I'm in.
Okay. Hi. How are you? You know what, pretty bad. So I couldn't have heard what you were saying. So this is the next topic. The topic says, "What are some small?" Are you there?
Okay, so I think I'm pretty much better now.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. This is the next topic. It says, "What are some small achievable goals you can set or you can propose to the audience watching to set for
Okay,
themselves
so
in the new year?" And I think your internet is so tricky. Are you there? Hi, hi, hi.
yeah, I'm here.
Your internet is pretty bad. Can you use your phone? Because I think with the
Okay.
laptop is even problem. Can you please use your phone? We hope he reconnect. And trust me, we just have two more questions to be asked and or two more discussion to be discussed in order for us to call it a night. We have this six question and the last one, which is the seven one. So just make it a duty after this video and watch this video from the end and get better understanding in order for you to shift your thinking, in order for you to shift your mindset. Because shifting your mindset, it gives you the ability to rethink, it gives you the ability to learn from other people's opinions. Because by opening or shifting your mindsets, it make you that open-minded person, that person who is willing to hear every other person's opinion to certain aspect of life. Because you wouldn't be that person that always want to take or feel that whatever you say or do is the right thing. You should always give room to recommendations. And these recommendations come with mindset shifting. You have to shift your mindset to new ideas and be willing to take in recommendations. And what are these recommendations that one can take in order to be a successful person? These recommendations are those positive ones that will enlighten your path for the greater betterment of your future and your career. To be a successful person, you have to listen and you have to act accordingly. So, with these things that we have discussed through our previous questions asked, you can follow it. I'm really optimistic that those keys will direct you as you shift your mindsets and cultivate optimism in this new year, in this new year, 2024. Are you there? Hi. Hello.
Yes, I don't know, but I think it's pretty. Yeah, I'm
Can
hearing you.
you hello? Can you hear me sharp sharp? Can you reconnect back to your phone? I think the laptop has some issues. So can you?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Yes, I'm hearing.
But you are pretty slow. You are
Let
coming
me
in
see
slow.
if I off
That's
this
why.
camera. Yeah.
So please, if you're just watching, please you can watch this video from the end and better understand what we are saying or what we have talked about. Because this 2024, you should go with positive mindsets, those mindsets that will help you enable or know all of your boundaries in your worth in society. These mindsets, or by cultivating a growth mindsets, you'll be able to see obstacles or to see challenges as opportunity to grow and learn in order or see them as obstacles. Uh, Definitely, if you have this mindset or if you have this shift in mindset, you see all of your obstacles and challenges, your trials as an opportunity for growth and learning instead of obstacles, instead of backstabbing. You will learn from whatever mistakes, you will learn from whatever situation that come your way. You always give room, you will always give room to failures because failure is a natural phenomenon of life. With failure, you cannot exclude it from one success. Before you be successful in life, you have to carry or you have to feel somewhere, somehow. So you have to embrace failure because it's natural phenomenon of life. Embrace it and don't overthink or overdo. Anything comes along with failure. You just have to take it as easy as it is and be able to move forward to the next one. And another thing that we talk about is self-reflection. Everything that you do, you should reflect on them because reflection gives you the ability to think and learn from whatever you have passed. So reflection is another key one. You should reflect on everything or everything that you have passed on or and you're waiting to do for the next one. So again, this is the good project. You just can you share the live video to people who are waiting or people who need this kind of video to be motivated, people who need these kind of talk shows to be enlightening on true meaning of life because life is not just about being that closed-minded person. You should have that open-minded thoughts, that thoughts that will enable you to meet new people, thoughts that will enable you to meet great people. These are the thoughts I'm talking about that or we are talking about. These thoughts come with a lot of responsibilities. These thoughts come with some huge level of commitment. These thoughts come with some huge level of resilient spirit and a never giving or give up attitude. These are the thoughts that we are talking about. So thank you, and I'm happy to have you back. Hi, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, so it's like
Okay.
my computer is kind of like giving me some tough time, so I had to come back to my smartphone. So and it was not fully charged, so I had to change my location as well. So where it's nice, I'm back.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So this is the second to the last or first to the last question,
Okay.
and this is it. What are some small achievable goals you want your audience or people that are watching to set for themselves in this new year so that they can contribute to overall sense of progress and accomplishments, fostering optimism in their own confidence? What are some goals that you can recommend to them?
Okay. Firstly, the first thing here is that everyone have a specific objective or specific vision that
Mhm,
being created or that is being perceived that this is what I want to achieve in life. Let's say, for example, I want to build a house in 2024, or I want to like kind of make more impact in 2024. I want to increase my network in 2024. I want to make more
right,
money in 2024. Good.
right.
So all of these visions, all of these mindsets, all of these things have been set aside that you're going to work with to see how best you can move on. So the next, the thing here has to do with if and only if you decide to work on this entire objective for the whole year.
Mhm,
It's not something that easy as what you see it or how you say it. No, it's something that you need to divide it into portion.
mhm,
For the first 3 months in 2024, I'm going to reach out to 10 persons to be part of my network. I'm going to
Right.
reach out to 5 persons to increase my mentorship. I'm
Mhm.
going to raise the amount of $200 to be added to my project. So all of these things can be achieved based on the way you set them. Because let's say, for example, I want to build a house in 2024, and then the house I'm building, I need pretty close to 3,000 blocks to complete my house. So the
Right.
3,000 blocks, I'm not going to complete them one day. It's not going to happen one day. No. But before 2024 ends, I must have achieved getting those 3,000 blocks. So what you are going to do is to make sure that that 3,000 blocks, you distribute them by the 12 months. And if you want to build a house in October, in November, or December, you can decide which month, and then you can divide it by your entire months that you have to build a house. Let's say you want to build a house in 6 months, you want to build a house in 5 months. So if you can divide it by that particular month, then you will know how to go about setting all your small, small goals. Because even if you say in life, I want to become a medical doctor, every year
Right.
you must have something to do to contribute to being a medical doctor.
Mhm.
Because you cannot
Agree.
just come to a conclusion to say you want to become a medical doctor when you are not working towards it. The first thing is to
Oh,
get your bachelor's of arts of science degree in biology and chemistry. So you are going to be working towards your biology and chemistry. After then, you're going to do another entrance for WT or any medical school in the world. And right after that, you should be proceeding to the medical school. So every year, there are things that you're going to do to contribute to you getting to a medical doctor.
right.
So it's always good to divide or to portion everything you're about to do in life. This year, I said I want to make impact, right? So I'm not just going to come up to just kind of make the impact in a few time. No, I've set up my goal that by March, I must have impacted about 1,000 person in Liberia and Africa at large. By June, which will be my birth date, dividing the year into two, because my entire objective for this year is to impact about 5,000 persons. So
Right. I'm sure you will
I
do
cannot
that.
just mhm. So I cannot just impact 5,000 persons in just a month. No, it's my goal for the entire year, but I had to portion them in a way that I will have to like kind of impact some people in Monrovia while I'm here online, and I have to go to Zozo in District 5 Lofa County, where I intend to do massive impact this year and years to come. So everything is different. I have to petition my achievable small, small to making sure that all these things work within 2024. So that's how it works. You cannot just get a plan for 2024 like you want to impact 5,000 person like me and then want to just have it done one at the point in time. No, it's not possible. So what you need to do to achieve that particular objective or that goals that you set up for 2024 is to portion them or divide them into portion and say, this is what I'm going to do for the first 3 months. This is what I'm going to do for the next 3 months. Or this is what I'm going to do for the first 6 months. And the following 6 months, I'll be able to achieve this. So if you do that, obviously, you are going to achieve your overall sense of progress and accomplishment for the year. And you are going to foster your optimism for this particular 2024.
Okay. Thank you for those points. And these are all
Yeah.
accurate points. And I said thank you towards that. So for me, I would definitely go in line with you. Everything you say just directly speaks to one of my points that I would love to make. So I'll just start with you. But I would say this: achieving what some smaller things that you need to engage in order for you to make your goal achievable, and some things that you know you are capable of doing, and you should make all of your goals relevant, as you rightfully said. You have to make it achievable, as you said too, and you should also make it time bound. You should make your bond or all of your goals or requirements or things you want to do for this year. You should make it time bound, make it time sensitive. You should set some huge or some calendar of events on everything that you wishes or you wish to do during the course of the week or during the course of the month. It will help you bring or make your goal much more than as you see it. So I mean these are the things that it just cover everything I would love to say. And for your own accomplishment, I would say that it is important to always love and to seek more. You don't be so complacent in everything that you achieve today because achievement comes with responsibilities. And that responsibility left with you as a person not to give up. If you
So,
see giving up as an option, then I would say that your next accomplishment wouldn't have come or wouldn't come with some huge level of great efforts. You have to embrace that confidence that you have in yourself. You have to love yourself to the fullest. So that's my own stance or point on this question. So do you have any other thing to be added on this topic?
yeah, I think we've said it all, so we can kind of move on to the next slide and kind of conclude it.
Okay, let's move to the next one. This is the last one, and if you are just joining us, this is a live project we are geared towards improving your leaders' writing skills and research skills. Also, you can learn us on all of our platform, and if you wish to be one of our panelists, you can just message us through our inbox, and we will reach to you in the sooner possible time. This is the last question for the night. This is a very important one. Very, very important. So
Yeah,
as we
sure.
end this, so I hope to hear your own important stance on this important question. So let's say this the question for the last question is how can you celebrate your success, big and small, throughout the year to reinforce positive behaviors and maintain your optimistic mindset? How can one do that?
Okay, so firstly, you can celebrate your success, be it big or small, through the year to reinforce your positive behavior and maintaining your optimism mindset. By the first thing you need to consider doing before you celebrating is that you must have set up your achievables. That means those are things that you wish to achieve for the entire year.
Right,
You must have get them worked on. And right after that, you are definitely going to be celebrating it. Let's say, for example, you decided to wanting to kind of give back to 10,000 children in 2024. You want to
right.
give something to them in 2024. So giving to them in
Mhm.
2024, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to give to 10,000 children on the spot or one day time. No. So let's say, for example, in the next 3 months, you have 10,000 children to give to. But for the just in 3 months' time, you were able to give to 7,000 children out of 10,000. So that's a big achievement that you have just accomplished.
Right.
So that's cause for celebration because you got just what you call it 6 months to go, 9 months. You got 9 more months to go to celebrate another
3,000 to be added to the 7,000. So means that instead of you just imparting 10,000, it's possible that you could go above reaching out to the 1,000 because your goal was set for 10,000. But in 3 months' time, you were able to accomplish 7,000. So if the next
Okay.
3 months you can accomplish 7,000 in the next 3 months like that, so you are going to definitely in 3 times for. So the basic thing there is that your objective that was set up for the year has exceeded what you expected or your expectation. So that
Mhm.
calls for celebration. Those are bigger achievements that people get. Let's say, for example, last year I had a workshop for teachers, and I said, you know what, this labyrinth, there are many labyrinth teachers that lack some basic skills in classroom management, effective teaching, and teaching strategies, as well as methodologies and stuff like that. So I went through a whole lot on it, and I decided to kind of bring something that could help them improve on that level. So when I brought the workshop out, I only expected labyrinth teachers to form part of the workshop, but instead we had people from Gambia, we had people from Nigeria, we had people from Ghana, people from what you call it, India, people from the United States, people from all around the world was like kind of joining. So my achievement was very big because I was not expecting people from across the diaspora. I was just
Right.
expecting people from Liberia to get through the workshop. But instead, I had people from across the globe. So it was a milestone for me. It was a milestone for me. So all you
Agreed.
can do to reinforce those things that work for you is to keep pushing and doing more. So let's say, for example, you cannot set up a goal to impact or to give back to 10,000 children, and in 3 months' time, you have accomplished 7,000. So, and then you say, no, man, I don't think I can go more than 10,000. So I will just stick to the 10,000. No. So it's always good to celebrate your achievement by increasing and doing more.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if and only if you were able to achieve in 3 months to impact 7,000. So, like I was saying, just keep increasing every 3 months. That means instead of you declining, you must have increased or maintain your same 7,000 every 3 months, of which will give you the competency of reaching to more than 20,000 children in a particular year, which give you a boost to your accomplishments. And as well as small tasks that you performed. So let's say, for example, I choose to impact 5,000 people or youth in Liberia and West Africa. And all of a sudden, the sponsors that I wrote, they were not able to get me the money that I wanted or the resources or the equipment that I wanted to achieve this. I couldn't get them. So the first thing is that I couldn't have the time to go through it. So what I did was to cut down my 5,000 to 2,000. But the matter of fact, I had to celebrate because with the fact that I couldn't get the resource, I couldn't get the equipments, but still I was able to at least achieve 2,000 out of the 5,000. That is a small
Right.
accomplishment, but I must celebrate that because I couldn't get I had to get the equipments. But even though I didn't get the resource and the equipments, but I still managed to achieve 2,000 persons in that year is a great achievement that I achieved and must be celebrated for. So that's how it works. So be it you exceed or drop below, you must appreciate yourself and celebrate yourself for doing well. So that's it for my end.
Thank you for this brilliant expose of yours. And these are all important points that you have raised. And it's important that if it is important as you are watching to please take note all of the things that we have said and act accordingly because acting accordingly will help you learn from everything we have said. So for me, my own stance on the celebrating success, your success, big or small, is just about you representing yourself in everything that you have, been or succeeded in. Like you should represent yourself in the sense embrace your struggles. You have to
Yeah, sure.
embrace your struggles and encourage yourself to do even more. And you have everything that you do because there's a saying that says each each point have something harder than the next one. And obviously, maybe after you have been successful for this next level, the next level might and will be tougher or harder than the one before. So you should maintain that positive behavior and you should maintain that mindset or even reinforce it to do more because your
Yes,
mindset that you have
definitely.
is to go higher heights. And in going higher heights, there's nothing called I'm stopping at this point or I'm feeling lazy to do these things. You should be more optimistic with your mindset to develop or to develop or to maintain whatever you have passed you over the years. So embrace
Mm-hmm.
your struggles and celebrate all of your success because with celebrating your success, you will definitely learn from it again because each success comes with a lot of lessons to be learned from. So celebrate it in a very positive way, not to boast about it because boasting is not that positive behavior they are talking about. You should celebrate whatever success you have gained over the period of time in a very
Mm.
well manner by encouraging yourself to do even more. These are the kind of celebration that I believe they are talking about. So this is how we close for tonight. In overall, let's hear your own parting statement. And if you're watching, please, you have to, in order to get a better understanding of everything that we have talked about, you have to watch a video from the end. And we have covered 7 important questions or keys in order for you to shift your mindset and cultivate your optimism. So please, this is a Gular project once more. So let me pass the statement towards this entire topic or discussion that we have had over the period of time.
Okay, so I want to say a big shout out to all of the viewers that are watching, and if you watch this video after, we want to say thank you for joining the Good Life Project, and we'll let you to stay tuned every Monday, Wednesdays, Friday, including Saturdays and Sundays, that will be here to provide you those necessary and adequate information that will bring your life back together and put you through on the right trajectory as a youth to make impact and to bring change in your environment, your country, and the continent as well. So basically on tonight's topic, where we are discussing mindset shifting and cultivating the optimism of your life, and I would like to conclude by saying this topic is 100% interesting to all of you that are watching, and we are kindly asking you to please share the video as many as you can so that other people with lives can be transformed and things can become better, and the whole wide world will be a better place that we can learn and live happily. So, to conclude from my end, I would like to urge all of you to actually have a mindset. And when I talk about a mindset, I'm talking about a positive mindset directly under the growth mindset. So, we have two mindsets that exist: a fake mindset and a growth mindset. I'm
Mhm.
encouraging you to please have a growth mindset, not a fake mindset. Because when you have a fake mindset, that means you're not going to progress, you're not going to elevate, you're not going to increase yourself, you're not going to move from complicity. You are always going to be complacent of where you are. So if you have a growth mindset, you always moving out for positivity, moving out for things that are good for you, moving out for things that are good for the society and everyone to benefit. So, and I also want to encourage you all to make sure that you always see challenges as an opportunity for you to learn new things and move on. I also want to encourage every one of us here to embrace everything that we have in our life, to appreciate ourselves and maintain our vision that upon every struggles that may come in our life, that we can indeed improve and eradicate them out of our way and make sure that our dreams and our vision can come to reality. I'm also wanting to urge all of you guys that are, despite the fact that we are given different perspective, we should always be appreciative of every little thing that we got or that is given us or that we stand to achieve, either way and either how things may arrive. Thank you so much. Have a pleasant good night to you all.
Thank you so much. That was the voice of Honorable Minister Manfred Mosa. Minister Manfred Mosa. Sorry. So once again, my pattern statement will be the please cultivate that shift in mindset, because that mindset will help you develop you morally, spiritually, and physically. And not to so much. Please, good night. Stay blessed and please share the live video. Hope to see you this Monday or tomorrow Sunday. Hopefully, hope to see you and have a great and pleasant night. Thank you for watching.